Welcome back, friends. Hey, guess what? We're all gearing up for the Cattle Barons Ball next weekend, a week from tomorrow. So we're happy to welcome our friend Chef DJ Ball from Fire and Ice, who will be serving up some amazing cuisine. This is, can you tell us what you're making?
Yeah, we're gonna do a seared salmon with a sun-dried tomato beurre blanc.
Ooh. Okay, tell our viewers, what's a beurre blanc?
So a beurre blanc means white butter sauce. It's a French sauce. It's pretty simple. Basically, it's an emulsion made with butter. You basically reduce down some wine or some lemon juice or a little bit of vinegar with some softly sautéed shallots, and we've got some sun-dried tomatoes in here to add a different flavor. Basically, you get it simmering like this. You reduce it down till it's almost gone, and then we mount it with butter. That's what they call it, mon beurre. So it's a lot of butter. It's just an emulsion, and it's very tasty, but very, very simple, very easy to do. So what we have in here so far, we've got the shallots sautéed with the sun-dried tomatoes, a little lemon juice, and we got some white wine here. And we've got that simmering down. So while that's going, we can go ahead and start working on the salmon.
All right.
We're gonna sear this a little bit. Trick with salmon, good paper towels.
Really?
Ooh.
To get the skin, or not the skin, but any part of the surface of any fish. You want to get it nice and dry before you put it in a screaming hot pan.
That's my mistake,
Now,
Maddie.
question, so why is that? If it's wet, what does that do? Does it take the flavor, the natural flavor?
What it does is it steams.
Oh.
That
It's not
will
good?
prevent any type of crust from forming at all.
Got it. Okay.
So we'll throw a little salt and pepper on here. Get this pan nice and screaming. You can see the oil
Yep.
is smoking.
Oh, wow. Then do you need to dry the other side then? Do you flip it or no?
This is our non-presentation
Oh,
side.
Okay,
Gotcha.
so the presentation side, you always want to make sure it's dry.
It's a little less important to worry about that.
Okay.
Quick question then, too. Can you overcook salmon?
Yes, you can get it to the point where it's falling apart and all the moisture, the fat from the salmon, because salmon's a pretty fatty fish. And you can get it to the point where it'll all leak out, and then what you have left is a dry, flaky piece of fish, which is a shame.
Oh, okay.
So we know buttery, flaky crust. You want that.
Yeah, you do.
You want to
Yeah, you do.
fry it off.
I'm just fascinated by this sauce and the amount of butter you have in that
yeah.
container. We'll use all that butter. That's a
We
lot.
will not quite use all of that butter. We
But
will
a
use quite a
majority?
bit. Yes,
Hey, Jeremy and I love butter.
We love
so that's
butter,
good.
so I'm not complaining.
it's good.
I do want to say I'm always very scared to cook with wine because I don't know how to. I'll admit that. So you said you could do lemon juice, you could do wine, you could do vinegar, but you have chosen wine. Does that give it some sort of extra oomph or just a different taste?
When you cook the wine down, you get a lot more acidity from it.
Okay.
And it's fruity. Whatever wine you use is going to add a lot of flavor to your beurre blanc. That's the basic. Other than butter and shallot, your wine is what you're going to get your flavor from.
And does it have to be Chardonnay? Could
No,
it be anything.
a good dry wine's best because
Okay.
if you use a sweet wine, you're going to get a very sweet sauce. So you don't want to do that. But
Okay.
you can use vinegar. You can use lemon juice. I've used lemon juice and this because I want this to be really bright because we're using it on salmon.
Oh, quick question then. Okay, what's the rule about red wine and white wine with fish? Usually, do you drink a white with fish?
Good question.
I would say generally it's pretty common for white wine. If you have a decent salmon though, like if you have something really wild caught, has a lot more flavor, red wine's not going to be terrible with it.
Okay.
It's wine after all.
It's wine, my friend. Can you tell our viewers too about Fire and Ice? And it's just an amazing restaurant. It's a staple here in the community, and you have amazing food.
Yeah, so we do a lot of dry aged steaks in-house and burgers. We're a little eclectic because we also have some Asian food going on there, some rice bowls, and we change our menu a few times a year. So we will bring in just about anything. I mean, we do curry, we do Thai food, we do a lot of Mexican-inspired things. So once we get this down to about here, the liquid's getting thicker, and you can see that. You literally just kill the heat.
Kill the heat.
At that point, and then you just start putting in the butter.
This kind of reminds me of
Just a little-
hollandaise. When you mix in the butter into the hollandaise, with the egg yolk.
Also an emulsion.
Oh yes.
So a little bit of butter at a time.
Right.
So, okay.
Off the heat, because if you get butter over 190 degrees, your sauce will break and it'll be greasy and not creamy like you want.
Okay, that's my problem. That's why my hollandaise broke last time.
Yeah.
Because I did the butter too
hot.
hot.
If you get it too hot, or if you heat it too much after you've added the butter, you will get a split sauce, and that's not good for you.
Oh no.
So-
It's not good.
But you just keep adding butter until you get to a state where the sauce is what's called nap, where it will coat a spoon.
Okay.
Go ahead and flip this guy.
You said a nap? N-A-P?
N-A-P.
Oh my gosh, that looked beautiful.
Wow.
So you get a good crust on there. And then we're just gonna keep adding butter in this until we're at a happy place.
Okay.
Now,
Now, we've got 2 minutes just to give you a little heads up on cooking time.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, and this might be a very dumb question. Is there any upsides to mixing your salt and pepper like prior to cooking, or is that
Speed.
just
Speed.
speed? Okay.
Speed, pretty much.
Because I always think that because I take so much time doing the pepper and then the salt, and I'm just like, it would be so much easier if I just mixed them.
We're gonna kill the heat on that.
Okay.
That's pretty much close to done. And we want to get this a little thicker.
Little
but
thicker,
we're
Okay,
gonna
so
get
a little bit more butter.
We're gonna get
See,
it
I
taste.
appreciate a chef who tastes as he goes. Because otherwise,
You have to. How do you
have
know?
to.
If you don't taste it, you're never gonna know.
If you don't taste it, you're not a real chef. Let's
Well, you
but
see these
say it how it
cooking
is.
shows on TV, and I'm like, the judges hate it. I'm like, why didn't you taste it then?
Yeah,
Right.
true.
So I like my salmon a little bit underdone there, so
Okay,
we'll pull that
perfect.
off here.
That looks beautiful. These things so the cameras can see that beautiful shot.
So
There we
we're
go.
almost there.
Yeah, you keep working, chef. Because oh my gosh, we're eating like kings and queens today.
Here's a question: how accurate is the show Chef or the Bear?
The Bear.
Well,
Did you watch The Bear?
I did watch The Bear.
Okay.
Is it accurate or is it?
I find The Bear to be very chaotic.
Okay, okay, that's why I couldn't watch it. It gave me too much anxiety.
It's too much.
There's a couple episodes that were very hard to keep watching.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of accurate things in there, for
Do you
sure.
have PTSD with that show?
Not quite. but-
Okay.
All right, one more of these guys and we should be good.
Oh man, the
Oh, and
smell
you-
in here smells
All the
amazing.
salt, yeah.
Yeah. All
I
right.
love a good butter sauce though. You can't go wrong with butter though. I mean,
Never.
I think that's why the best sauces have so much butter in them.
I'll admit something pretty gross. When I was little, I used to eat the butter package just by itself at restaurants.
My little sister used to do the same.
Okay, all right. So I'm not the only
Not
one.
watching, I didn't mean to rat on her.
Okay. Now you'll be serving similar to this at the Cattle Barons Ball in a week.
Yes, we'll be serving this alongside we'll be having a fillet, I believe it's a fillet, a steak with a gastrique made with red wine. So it'll kind of be a duo of flavors there. And so that's about where you want to go with that sauce.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then we'll, just for some color's sake, throw a little green on there, why not?
Oh, what is that?
This is a little bit of shaved scallion.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
Just throw it in a little ice water.
What does that do to it?
It makes it curl up like that,
Okay.
get all pretty.
That is
Look how beautiful.
gorgeous.
There you go, how's that?
Okay, I'm moving down here because I gotta get. Is it okay if I eat it now?
That's what those forks are for.
Okay, I was like, I got it. Look how flaky that is. Oh my gosh, that sauce.
So you see how we got a nice crust there, but it's not overdone
Yeah, you
in
can-
the middle. That's what you're looking for.
I could not believe you made this in perfection in a 7-minute segment.
Ooh,
Wow.
Nice little crunch.
And the crunch of the skin.
What do you think?
Chef DJ, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Can you keep it?
Fire and
That's
ice.
the question.
It's amazing. Cattle
Yes.
Barons Ball in a week.
In a week, you guys don't go anywhere. More fun on Ozarks Fox AM after this.
Are you kidding me right now? Chef DJ, seriously, that is amazing. I love that.